What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Brew Review. This week we are brewing and reviewing Brandywine coffee roasters out of Wilmington, Delaware. We've got a natural anaerobic Colombia, so this coffee should be fire. Yeah, I'm excited to brew it. So without any further ado, let's get to the brew. All right, guys, we are back. We got the coffee brewed and it is ready to drink. All right, while we let that cool down, let's talk about the roaster, the farmer, the farm, the beans, the process. Let's talk about all that real quick. So starting with the roaster, again, we've got Brandywine coffee roasters. They're out of Wilmington, Delaware. Something really cool about Brandywine is they screen print all of their bags. And then on top of screen printing, they do a cool wax stamp, which it's just, it's unique, it's different, it makes them special. So the bean is a Colombia natural anaerobic. So it's kind of like last week's bean where it's a natural, but they do an extra step, I guess, kind of in it. And what they do is once the cherries are picked off the trees, they stick them into these tanks, where in the tanks they've got a valve on top and they fill them up with CO2, which makes the cherries ferment. It brings out the sugars and it just makes an overall better coffee, sweeter, fruitier, sometimes more floral. Really depends on the coffee and what it brings out, but I'm excited to see what it brings out in this coffee. So talking about the farmer now, Miller Bostito. He's a third generational farmer. He's been farming his land in Ascavito. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm probably mispronouncing these words all over the place. So a little bit about the bean. This is a pink bourbon, which pink bourbon are really cool. So it's a hybrid of yellow bourbon and red bourbon. They come together and they make a bean that has a higher glucose content to it, which when you add that with the anaerobic process, it's supposed to make an extremely sweet cup of coffee. So I'm excited about this for that reason. But also, pink bourbon's really cool for farmers because it's more resilient to coffee leaf rust, which is a disease that kills coffee trees. So when this is grown at higher elevations, it's a lot more resilient, which is great for farmers. Let's get into tasting. Holy cow. So right off the bat, you get hit with this sweet yet tart fruit. I would say cherry, like a really sweet but tart cherry. That just, it tastes so good. And the mouthfeel is very juicy, kind of velvety. Yeah, that's a solid cup of coffee there. So now that it's cooled down a little bit, it has a really strong whiskey taste to it, which is kind of cool because you don't have that burn that you get with whiskey, but you do have some of those flavors in here. So I would say we're tasting tart / sweet cherry. You definitely have like a little bit of a cocoa, chocolatey vibe in there. And then, well, whiskey. It's got a very nice juicy mouthfeel to it. And it's just like a little bit acidic, but not really acidic. Definitely not like last week's acidic. This is a good coffee. I would give this a solid 8.9 out of 10. Good coffee, good coffee. We're doing a giveaway, guys. We're giving away the new rules of coffee. I'm pretty excited about this. This is one of my favorite books to suggest to people to read when they're just getting into coffee. Back when I managed the shop, I had all the baristas read it. It's got everything that you need to know to get started in coffee and to really spark a fire in your heart about coffee. It goes over a lot of different things. Watch out for how to enter on my Instagram. That's where I'll be giving this away. So barista.sci, that's where you can find the giveaway. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for everybody that liked, shared, and posted my last video. I think it got over 1,500 views, which is nuts. I don't remember the exact number. I want to say like 1,900 views or something like that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it so much. Until next week, we'll see ya.